Magnus Carlsen. It's apparently cold inside the Miami arena, but Duda, he's in a t-shirt, he's looking comfortable, and he has made the first move in his match against Magnus Carlsen.
And Simon, you were right. It's a Queen's Pawn opening. Duda, maybe hoping to catch Magnus in some territory that he wasn't expecting. And what do you think Magnus will go for? King's Indian, Nimzo Indian, Slav, Swiss Gambit.
It's really hard to predict with Magnus. I mean, okay, he's actually shown a lot of respect here, right, by playing the Nimzo, very safe opening, and now the Bogo Indian. I don't think we've seen this on the tour, really, have we? Very often.
Rarely.
And this is going to be a marker of whether black is ambitious or not, and you see a trade of bishops. That normally means that black is trying to play the game in a very solid, safe way.
Yeah, just trying to avoid memorizing any long variations here, just trying to get developed simply. Okay, this last move, not necessarily the only way to play this opening, but black does establish some influence in the center. I'm expecting black to hurry and get his king castled. Usually Duda will do the same, and okay, he's a whole bunch of openings and a whole bunch of opening ideas being mixed here. Suddenly we're going towards a Catalan opening. White's light square bishop will sit on its longest possible diagonal, and I'm not sure. I mean, to be honest, this one is almost new to me. I've seen this position before, but there's not that much theory that I can help with here.
Maybe he
Bit of a surprise.
Maybe Duda was looking at the game that Magnus had against Liem yesterday, because Liem got a very nice position, didn't he, with the white pieces by playing this G3 move, this idea of bringing the bishop out next, and maybe he's thinking, oh, this is the way to try and get something against Magnus. And again, Magnus now, we saw this yesterday when Magnus had black, he makes his light squared bishop a very bad piece, but he goes for a very solid setup.
Yeah, and it's quite curious because Duda is actually using a weapon that Magnus himself has utilized with the white pieces, and I think he did it. He did it in 2010 against Luis Gallego in the Hanti-Mansisk Olympiad.
Yeah, so Magnus more used to being on the white side of these types of positions. Right now he's grabbed a pawn, and I was going to say yesterday Magnus's secret to success was creating that kind of triangle pawn structure with black. He did it in every black game, and then he grabbed a pawn later, and he's done it again today. And now this pawn push.
knight goes back into the middle.
Oh,
Wow,
look
look
at
at
that.
it.
White is just captured.
Yeah.
So Magnus, I think, let's keep an eye on him.
Wow.
But I think he just missed the
I think it's going to be a loss.
a bit of both. First, okay, he gives a check. White king now can capture the black knight, and Magnus is threatening checkmate. So it looks like he was disgusted with himself for just 10-20 seconds there, Magnus, but he's recovered. This is what all the best players do. They just look for tricks. They look for ways to continue the game. And okay, this is very sneaky. There was a massive threat of checkmate. Black's rook was threatening to step back 2 squares next to the white king and trap it. Magnus there, he made a move without using his hands.
Yeah.
He was just opening a bottle of water.
What did you call it?
The magic wand.
The magic wand.
Magnus's magic wand.
Yeah, waving his magic wand around, and
He's going to have to use it really well in this game, his magic wand, to recover, isn't he?
though there's still some tricks in the position. White's king is actually caught in a mating net. He needs to get it out. How does Black try and trap this white king?
I'd be very scared if I was white here as well. I'll be honest. I mean, it's probably winning, and I am looking. Pawn, knight, and rook, which can potentially check the king. Not really the pawn, but it just feels quite scary. So you have to have a lot of confidence to play this. And here comes the knight. So Magnus is threatening 2 types of checkmate here. If that knight can just check the king, but David, over to you.
Yeah, you're right. If White didn't move there, if the Black Knight had captured the White Bishop, or if the Black Knight had gone back to the centre, White's king was trapped, checkmated. But look at this. Because White's pawn jumped out the way, the White king has an escape route, and the White king retreats. But the Black Knight now, we say knights to the rim are dim. That applies not just to the sides of the board, but also to the 1st rank and the 8th rank. And that Black Knight is it just going to fall off? Is it just going to get trapped? Because the Black Knight was forced to this square to defend its rook.
Would it be a good idea for whites, because time is ticking down and the position is still a tiny bit complicated, to maybe try to swap off rooks by pushing the h-pawn?
Yeah, pushing the white h-pawn forward.
Give a check.
Yeah, I mean, the first move that comes to my mind is be greedy. Just go for this Black Knight. Trying to work out, okay, he captures a pawn. White's rook could have also come down to the 1st rank and attacked that Black Knight. Yeah, maybe that wasn't working. Instead, okay, he's going to go for it now. So first, he kicks back the Black King, and now he goes for this Black Knight, and Magnus resigns, about to lose another piece, and what a turnaround. One blunder, and Duda took advantage.
Wow, dramatic start to the day for Magnus Carlsen, losing game 1 to Jan-Krzysztof Duda after a blunder. We rarely see them from the world number 1.